G20, tens of thousands of Brisbane residents will be impacted by road closures and CBD lockdowns across the weekend. Now, for more on this, I'm joined by James Freestun from Strata Community Australia. And James, in the lead up to this event, we've heard a lot about the benefits that G20 will bring, but it also brings some costs. And one of those costs, of course, is the inconvenience to the large number of people that live in the inner city. What's the impact been like for them?
Look, there's about 25,000 people affected in South Brisbane, the inner city and the exhibition grounds. Look, we're saying to people, just relax, take your time when you're doing things, listen to the advice that's been given out, so walk, use a bike, and just don't get frustrated about the whole thing. It's an exciting time to have Brisbane as the centre of the world for a couple of days.
James, has everyone had to move out of those restricted zones? What's the situation there?
Well, with apartment owners, they're actually allowed access into their units, so apart from maybe not being able to park their cars and having their friends visit at times, they actually have access to their own units. We've just asked them to be very careful about security around their units.
Yeah, are you concerned about property damage, and are homeowners as such, or unit owners, covered by insurance for this sort of thing?
That's a great question. Look, we've been talking to the owners of the actual units and the managers that we represent as well. And what we've been saying to them is to check their insurance. Now, we've had a look at the two major insurers for the strata industry, and both of them do cover buildings up to $50 million in value for civil unrest damage. When it comes to terrorism and things like that, as unlikely as it is, it depends on whether the bomb goes off inside or outside. People have to look at their individual policies, and most people have already done that.
All right. Well, residents in the lead up to this, James, I'm just worried about how much information was given to residents. We have had some of them saying, you know, they weren't given a lot of information in the lead up to this event. Do you think they were well informed about what was going to take place in what is their place of residence this weekend?
I think that the effort was made. Now, some people may have not been available for it, but the police task force that we've dealt with have been amazing. Most of the buildings that are affected actually have resident unit managers, and Arama, who represent them, have trained those. And the police have actually gone to all the individual buildings that are actually affected and talked to them about how it's going to affect. They've had it up on their notice boards. There's been emails sent to them by their body corporate managers. So I think there's a lot of information being shared. For people not to have got it would mean that they've probably been away or haven't been looking at their emails or not looking at the notice boards in their buildings. So we're comfortable that there's been a good education process.
All right, James, well, let's hope people haven't been inconvenienced too much as a result of this summit. Thank you very much for your time.